What's going on, everyone? Daniel Rodriguez here. It's time to review Power Season 2, Episode 3, titled Hell Knight. Spoiler review, make sure you have seen the episode. Also, to watch the episode, you need PlayStation Plus. You could watch it there on your PlayStation, or probably PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. So, of course, Power stars Sharlto Copley. Episode 2 was titled Funeral of the Century, and that was my favorite episode so far. I've only seen up to 3 episodes. I know I'm a month and a half late to review this. I saw this episode a month and a half ago. I am very late. I'm sorry. I was too lazy to get in front of the camera and actually review. That's my fault, honestly. I kind of fell behind on this show because there are actual shows that are week to week to week to week that are bigger shows than Powers. But if you haven't watched Powers or anything, man, make sure to watch it. It's a very, very fun show. It's not a great show, but it is a fun show. It is definitely, it could work so much, man. I actually enjoy that a lot. So anyway, using my PlayStation right now, I just updated the file and cannot download because my damn hard drive. Alright. First off, Hell Knight. Now, Walker has to get inside Hack's mind. This Hack's mind. They call him Hacks. So he has to get inside. So he does that very big interrogation and his mind ends up blowing up. And there's riots rumored to happen. He finds Crispin's phone, which is a very naughty scene, I have to say. He finds Crispin's phone and they're looking, and he's like, look at the phone right there. Like, it's been a few days. It's been a few days since it's happened. And, oh, looky there. There's Crispin's phone. Still working. Anyway, this girl starts this riot. There's this toy company that's also going on. Kalista does not listen to Zora, and she ends up also going through all these riots and everything, and there's this fight that goes on, and the powers have to unite. I believe I put Super Shock. I thought it was Static Shock, but Super Shock, Michael Madsen, he ends up coming down and he stops the riots. Walker finds Marigold, and this man ends up making the building collapse as he dances away, which is, I guess, our new villain for the season, which he is a very skinny looking devilish type of guy. And he's like walking away, and he, you know what I mean, like a very creepy way. But he ends up making the building collapse, and Walker and Marigold are in it. Of course, they obviously have to survive. You can't kill off my Sharlto Copley. At the end, Dina and Cutter have sex, which is this kind of like an after credit sort of thing, and they have sex. Like, you could see it coming because you kind of knew from a few episodes ago that like they have to have a love thing. You think that Dina would go to Walker or something, but they're partners and they're more friendship sort of thing. So she ends up having sex with Cutter, and it's so funny, and it's so like, oh wow, they finally did it. I might as well gotta applaud that. So it's a very ballsy sort of thing. And I love how they don't wait for the next episode. They just do an after credit scene, and it works so well. So the only the pros that I have, man, Super Shock, Michael Madsen. Let's be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Michael Madsen looks ridiculous in that suit. He looks fucking ridiculous. He looks stupid. But I love Michael Madsen, and a lot of people in their costumes look pretty shitty. But I'm being honest. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it and be like, oh, don't get me wrong. Like, it's awesome, these powers that they have, but they look pretty shit with that costume. I mean, he's all fat, and his hair, he hasn't cut his hair yet and shit. And he's like, alright, people, you know what I mean? Like, that's not, but Michael Madsen's a badass, don't get me wrong. My favorite Michael Madsen line ever, man. Are you gonna bark, little doggy? Or are you gonna bite? Reservoir Dogs. If you don't know that movie, I don't want to know you. Either way, it's the best Tarantino film ever. Reservoir Dogs. Alright, so alright, so anyway, Super Shock was really awesome. I mean, I will be like Super Shock, how he stopped the riots and everything. I mean, Michael Madsen is a great addition to the cast. The ending of the episode for sure, with the whole building collapsing. I did not like the effects of the building collapsing, and also like the idea of them being stuck in a building. It was kind of just, you know, just shaking the camera and shit. But it was very interesting because we get to see a little insight of, I guess, who our new villain will be for the season. The new villain, he looks very weird and New Orleans-ish. I'm gonna be honest, he looks a little from New Orleans. The hack ends up exploding. That was a very big scene too, with the interrogations, and the practical and CGI effects that went down in this episode were not that bad. They kind of been raised a little bit. The only cons for this episode, I do have to say, Crispin's phone. Come on, here's Crispin's phone. Lol. Come on, it had to take you out a little bit. Like, it's raining and everything, and they're like, okay, we're at the crash site. There's Crispin's phone. Like, they find it, and it still works. It's still there. Like, it was right next to a sewer drain, and it didn't go down. Like, are you... my God. Nobody saw that phone within a few days. Not one person. Okay. And also the collapsed building. That just was sort of... Marigold's like, oh, hold on, right, he's here and shit like that, and then the building falls. It just kind of lost me for a second. But overall, I thought it was a really good episode. Also, it's another, season 2, episode 1. I didn't like that episode that much. It had a few good things. Season 2, episode 2, really awesome, great episode. This is a really good episode as well. Has some great moments. It's really funny. Not big funny. I don't get me wrong, but there are a few little funny scenes and interactions. The action scenes were cool, and Super Shock actually coming out were a big scene. So I'm gonna end up giving this Powers episode a solid B. I thought it was a very good episode. So comment down below to me what you guys thought about the Powers episode. If you like this review, make sure to leave a like after I'm that, and you can share it with your girlfriend for sure, because well, maybe don't, because she'll be jealous and then she'll end up moving to this channel. So anyway, hit that subscribe button for more. Until next time, bye bye.